Well, you saw it there. That is our top 16 teams here in the grand final. My name is Chunks, joined once again by the one and only Sanson. And it's been a long road for a lot of these teams, but for others, it's going to be the first game coming up in a minute.
Towards the zone, so it's going to be also interesting to see where they're going to position themselves, because if we watch at the map, it's a tough one for so many teams, including Fade here.
Yeah, Fade really getting held out on the rotate as Maroonix goes down. It'll leave Clemson falling. Also, Duff is the solo. I mean, 4 kills for Fade right now. It's not a bad game by any stretch, but going out in this placement really isn't ideal for a squad like that. So not the way.
What a tough fight to just end outside of the points needed for the placements.
Okeee do go down out in 9th position. That leaves 8 teams remaining. Brick's not going to be in it for much longer, though, as the vehicle explosion will be there to finish off the job. Ivers with a nice little tap fire.
The playable area is so small, I don't even know at this point where they can position themselves.
It's going to be a tricky one as Beerfellas now start to move down the ridge a little bit further. Nailep able to spot out one. Nice mini shots, but he's spotted out himself. Unfortunately, can't convert it into any knocks, though. QB is still waiting, though, and, well, it works out for him. He spots out the player. Nice headshots onto Tommy Gun. That's going to be a knock. Leaves only one left up here from Beerfellas, and, well, he's just getting pinned down. Berzik able to find the trade onto Cappy, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as in the end, the boys fall. Entropiq remains standing. So do Beerfellas. The smoke.
Or did he want to do that? We lost a team, a GM on the 5th position, but right now, let's see what's going on with the Polish Power. They have 2 players left, but Team Entropiq is seeing all those smokes, and they want a couple of more kills for themselves. 11 so far. QB and Niloop are doing a lot of damage right now.
Now, the rotation coming out with the vehicles. Can they make everything happen? Yes, they can. Cappy going to be able to finish off the job. It's actually not Entropiq to find that one, as Cappy ends up falling in return. QB is there to shut things down. He's down to low HP. All it's going to take is a frag grenade to land even close to him, and he's going to be out of the fight, as now Nailep tries to get involved. It's too late for QB, as Mixu's there to land the Molotov. It's a 1 versus 3, and the fire is down onto Nailep. He has to get the heal, but Mixu is swinging it around the side. 1-2 bullets, and it's all over. Stuckers.
Lukarux got knocked in the process, but I feel they're going to be able to help him out. Niloop trying to get those frags down towards Team Polish Power, which is in a lot of trouble right now as I'm speaking. Krunio got a lot of damage on himself, maybe 20 HP left, as he's gonna try to pop that first aid. Team Polish Power, not a good position to be at. Entropiq has a lot of playable area right now. They're going to try and get things done. Niloop finds 1 player. Half of the map is really unplayable, middle of the field there, so everybody just pushed towards this cat hill. Meanwhile, Entropiq in a really unpleasant situation, and they're pinched between, they're in a sandwich between a couple of teams. They're playing with the little deep they have. However, they're gonna have to push the hill if they try to survive here, and the Ivas here knows it, and he's turning around 360 trying to figure out what are their options. Meanwhile, QB got knocked from his team, and now Team Vic from top of the hill is trying to prevent them from getting into the safe. Obviously, great position for Team Vic up there, and they don't want to just give this side of the hill that easily, but oh, as I'm saying, Entropiq got eliminated on the 12th position.
I don't think they're going to really be able to do it unless they try and play a bit more of an aggressive position.
Yeah, Team Diamond, they're gonna have to rotate, find their way towards the safe. I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to rotate all the way on the south side and get on the Pochinki hill, which is empty right now. But while I'm talking about that team, Entropiq decided to crash the boys, and they eliminated.
Heat did lose 2 players, as Stuckers do end up falling out in 13th position. It seems the rotation there just a little bit too tricky. So many teams were up on that hillside. I don't think it's a surprise to see them go down there.
Yeah, Entropiq meanwhile decided to crash the compound. Sinister managing to hold the compound all alone. He found himself 2 knocks and 2 confirmed kills. Really good protection by him. However, his teammates are gonna have to join the fight so freaking hard. They just want to maybe get as many kills as possible. Zeko, meanwhile, got knocked by Nyloop, and now he's going to try to molly that. Meanwhile, he stays on only 19 HP. He's gonna have to heal off. Zeko might be able to get some help, but Lukaruk's keeping on pressure, throwing those frags into the garage, and now Snip under a lot of utility.
More nades come through. Lukaruk should be able to confirm that knock, but no, it actually lands to the side of the doorway. So it doesn't end up going through to the garage in the way that they would have hoped, as now M-Force, they end up knocking their own teammate. This is just typical, isn't it, for this stage of the game. Doxa goes down, and Snip, finished off. Lukaruk's with a really nice peek there to finish off the job. Be at least able to get themselves a knock if both of them connected. So really nicely done. And Polish Power at that point were just able to clean up the final player. Nice to watch from them. Really impressive. BenQ tries to move down below as the spray comes through. Nyloop is there to eliminate him, so the final player from Entropiq not out of the fight yet.
Yeah, Nyloop under a lot of fire right now. Not a lot of playable area. But as I'm saying, like, middle of the circle is kind of like stacked right now. Players are getting players are losing spots to play right now. As I'm saying, Lukaruk's here finds one of the players from BPH. He doesn't quite connect the shots, but he's alone here, so he's going to be very, very careful. But meanwhile, he finds the knock on Friday. He's going to push very aggressively. He's seen that it was only 2 players getting into this compound, and knowing Lukaruk's, he wants to get rid of them ASAP.
Lukaruk's just there holding that angle. Little did he know just how close he was to actually finding the kill. QB also watching out as they are going to try and close down that distance. And Entropiq working as a unit right now the way they should, the way that it feels like at times many teams haven't been able to. Nyloop is the one who actually finds the knock in the end. So BPH down 2 more players. They're a little bit concerned to get involved. Diamond fall out in 13th as 12 teams remain. Nyloop finally able to spot out Ace, goes for the spray, but it doesn't work out. Ivers, now's the time to strike, but he plays passive. It works out in the end, though. Ace goes down, but now M-Force, they are backfilling. Dogs is spinning all over the place in his vehicle. Ivers still tries to go for the kill. He gets himself some damage, switches over to the mini, but Dogs is down at the vehicle. The nade comes out. Is it going to be enough to connect? It certainly looks close. Pinned down from behind. Ivers going to fall to zone. Nyloop's still in it, but he's in such an off angle. He's not able to do anything. The nade lands. Dogs just goes down, but Kleiderman is still up in position to hold him out. And the spray, well, it just doesn't land.
Oh my god, what is going on here right now? Entropiq down to only Nyloop, who's going to have to take his time to get this heal off. Kleineman obviously holding his way towards the safe. This really high heal with the worst vehicle in-game, which doesn't have enough power to push that vehicle any faster than maybe 10 kilometers per hour. And obviously, it they just got cancelled mid heal. But meanwhile, Hog now in a lot of trouble. They got third party as well.
There's still a chance though for Snip to fall if they're not careful. As Hyman gets peppered, he's taken down low, but it's not going to be enough. Kill your guys out of it, and that's the boy. The boy is narrowly missing out on placement.
What an amazing performance by Team Snip there. It's actually quite amazing that in this whole chaos of smokes, now Team Hog under a lot of pressure by Friday as Vasco tried to get a rest off there. Now Vasco is going to be trying to get away from this, but he got third-partied by a Nyloop. Nyloop is, I think, Nyloop might be the stealer #1 tonight in the lobby. He has been getting those knocks so efficiently. Like, they were standard. They were continuously doing well in every single lobby. And now, I mean, on the leaderboard at this moment, we can see their position. Meanwhile, Team Diamond, really nice knock there by Benko. He found QBE from a Team Entropiq, and this is gonna hit really hard Team Entropiq. But yeah, absolutely, everything counts, as you said, and making a squad weaker as the time goes by, it makes your job easier later in the game. Meanwhile, Vortex here got destroyed by Lukaruk's wasn't expecting a player here, and
relatively central right now, looking all around for long-range fights. Entropiq are going to be one of those squads that do draw the attention, though, as the spray opens up. Goody goes down to Ivers. Nicely done. Can he follow it up with a second? Not quite, but the damage comes through, and the frag grenade ready to follow. Ivers going to use this as an opportunity to maybe reposition a little. Flashbangs coming out. All the lethal util is gone here. Nailep from afar also tries to get involved, looking up the hill, realizes there is going to be a player watching the flank. Robak, he's watching the angle and takes down Ivers. Nicely done to finish him off as Lukarux tries to move through to pick up his teammate. He realizes that there's so many positions these players could be coming from, and now Nailup's out of the fight. It's all onto Lukarux.
Yeah, Lukarux is trying to rest Ivas here as we speak, but the BPH, they're on low HP as well. They have been doing a lot of damage to Team BPH. However, we're talking about only 3 players. It was only actually Ivas here and Nilub, because Lukarux was splitting the other hill. But meanwhile, Lukarux manages to find Adlush as I speak really nicely. He's going to be able to confirm that as well. Now we're looking at a 3 versus 2, and we know how well Entropiq can do these things. One more player from BPH all the way on the hill.
Yeah, Lukarux just waiting right now. I think Entropiq realized that because they're on the back foot, they have to take these fights a little bit slower. If that nade had landed, it could have been a different story, though, because Cody could have been completely eliminated. Lukarux going to try and move through, should be able to find the knock. That's exactly what he does, looking to find a second now as he peeks out wide. Pre-fires onto the angle. It doesn't quite connect in the way you would have hoped, but Nailup's there to try and catch him from the off. Down goes Robak. It's all down to Vi Friday. Left standing, takes down one, but it's not going to be enough, as in the end he's traded out, and Entropiq clean up the fight.
While this fight in the compound was happening, they obviously wanted to third party that a little bit. They still have a lot of playable area there on the ridge, but they're gonna have to move sometime soon. Nailep here finds a 1 player from team TH. Michael got knocked. Meanwhile, Ivas as well shooting the shots. Really nicely done by a team Entropiq. They're doing really well. 7 kills so far.
Further, and I think the potentially Hall of Game are going to be the saving grace for him is, surprisingly, just purely because Fade can't really peek completely. Entropiq, well, they try to peek and they just get absolutely torn apart. Hall of Game put it in work.
From that, but there are a lot of ridges between them. So right now, Two-Head Shakur is the first player that's the closest to Entropiq, and he gets punished for that. QBE finds Two-Head Shakur really nicely, and Stucker's now in a lot of trouble because they need to find their way in.
They make the crash, but who are they going to crash into? Because there's very few compounds available, so if you're in one, you have to be on edge right now. Nailep, though, really nice headshot to land onto Boynius.
Stay just behind this ridge. If Team Vikurmi peeks them a little bit, it's gonna be a tough one for them because they have lower ground.
Nailep able to spot out Robak, finishes off the jobs. He tries to follow up towards a second. Dedrix catching the fire this time around. Marbo also up at the tree, spotted out, but for him, at least, no shots landing. I say that immediately before Nailep hits an amazing 2-tap.
Maybe they can do some difference, because this is the same thing that Entropiq did to a team that was previously standing here, Team Fade, but this is an easy knock for Marbo. However, Nailep turns once again. He finds the knock. What a calm arm from this man. Unbelievable performance by Nailep. He has 6 kills already so far, 7. And right now, no matter the great performance, they're just going to get wiped. They're just going to get outnumbered by the team Tattoo Honeys.
So many teams posted up, just causing then some problems, as it looks like Entropiq going to be making a crash of their own right now directly towards Fade. I believe this is the second game in a row these teams have fought against each other. Maroonix tries to make something happen out of it, but it just isn't enough as Nailep and Ivers work together. Takes a couple shots, but just isn't able to land them. Now BPH throw up the nades. It might just be the end of Nailep as the zone closes in. The flashbangs come out, but he's not able to make anything happen. Just trying to really delay this fight as long as possible, it feels like. The nade is close, though, as Prorix goes down. Dedrix is the one from Vikurmi who actually comes up from behind and punishes Heat.
Yeah, Nilp is trying to do what he can, but a 1 versus 3 in this situation, it's a super tough one. His armor is on a half HP as well, and it's just a matter of time before all of these the BPH players peak at the same time, and it just happened as I was...
In 9th, Entropiq, Nalop is more than happy to backfill that position, but he needs to be careful as the nades come out. Hall of Game are going to try their best to land it. As here are the shots from Nalop earlier. He was just beaming Marceling from this kind of range. It was so impressive to watch to get that knock.
Absolutely amazing. I mean, we know what kind of caliber of a player Nalop is, but it just...
Now M-Force need to push down the hill. They may be able to use the push from Entropiq, though, as a little bit of respite, as Nalop is there to open things up. Big damage comes through onto Stealthy. No kill is found, but it will keep that pressure rolling. Stealthy just inside the dip. As the peaks come through, the headshots there. Lukarux finishes off the job.
Now they're trying to get the circle domination. Amazing rotation right now. They just took the lower ridge just below M-Force and just below Team Kurvi, so they are going to have a nice positioning for themselves. Meanwhile, Lukarux is trying to spray towards Ace, and great catch of the rotation there as the last man standing for M-Force is trying to do something amazing. 200 IQ play by Team Entropiq right now, trying to get this ridge on time and trying to prevent M-Force by rotating, and it seems like it wasn't a good decision for them to rotate with the vehicle. It should have probably just crash the compound below them and fight a little bit more to get maybe a couple of more points. This way, Ace has a really tough time trying to stay alive on his own, and here comes the drive-by by Pubg, who is trying to find him through the smoke, and he manages to connect.
Will be making a push now, though. Double has a nade in hand. The 3x M4. All it's going to take is a good peek down towards Kubi. That's exactly what he's going to get. The spray lands. It's a 2 versus 1. The Corvi have to be the favorites to win this game now, as they are
members of Entropiq just on his left side, and this is a right Kobe. It's just Crunio stayed on half HP. He's going to be able to get the heal off. However, Entropiq is just waiting for him to finish him off for Crunio to get out of these smokes, and it's a GG for him.
Yeah, QB just going to be waiting there. I think he knows where the player's going to be, seeing that other smoke come through. The Molotov actually lands dead on right there to Crunio. He will be going down. That's Cryptova out, but also Polish Power following suit. Really not ideal, but not quite, as Heat fall out in 6th. 5 teams remain, and Duffy going to be getting knocked as well.
Yeah, Entropiq is now pushing as a 3-man because Ivas is on another side of the road, occupied with the fight of his own. Nylop finds Mr. Lucky. It's all left on Michael. Is he going to be able to make a difference? 30 HP on him. Nylop wants to push it really, really strongly. He's using all that ammunition that he has. 15 bullets left in the mag right now, and they managed to eliminate the 2 honeys.
Felt like they really had to jump on Fade, but they're holding fast. They've got molly, smokes, everything to try and defend, as now Nalop tries to push through himself, blows up the door, tries to throw through a nade, or opens it up so that he can throw a nade, I should say. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any, as the nades end up coming out in return. Out comes the flash. Tommy Gun caught with it. No shots, though. Ivas there with the nade. That should finish off the job. And that's Tommy Gun going down. Beerfellas out in 4th. There's 3 teams now remain, and 2 of them in a deadlock.
Whoever wins this fight, Shanks, in the middle of the compound is just not going to get out.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like right now both teams just have to play for kills. There's no chance of them really making it out with the way Entropiq are currently posted up. Ivas there, really just chill out and not make too much noise. Lukaruk's up from the side, though, sees a little bit of movement, isn't able to connect with the shots, really just waiting for these players to open themselves to the doorway. Nalop getting aggressive, moves in first, gets himself the kill, and well, Lukaruk is there to finish off the job. And
let's look at the leaderboards. We're eager to find out what we will see. I told you this.
Look at that.
Yes.
It's tight. So tight. The first 3 spots. Okeee with 114 points. But look at the amount of kills that Entropiq has.
Crazy.
76 kills. And guys, we have only one more match. Only one more match to go.
With double here was scouting ahead. Team Polish Power just left of them, only 2 players left. And look at that domination of the circle by Entropiq. Usually you would see Entropiq a little bit more active than this, but Nailop in the prone, they're kind of like hoping to see maybe a couple of knocks happening, because I mean they need to play aggressively if they want to take that first position. They need to get all of these kills that are left in the lobby. I'm talking about 6 potential points for the kills, and I mean it's just a matter of time before they need to get up and start doing something, because I mean if they stay passive like this, it looks like it's going to be before this match.
Nice shots coming out from Double there, but it's Dedrix in the end who finishes off the job. The top 3 teams are now the top 3 in the game. It's really poetic if you think about it, as now Krunio tries to open up here for Polish Power. They've got 4 kills so far, making it into the top 3, but at this point, every single placement point counts. Every kill counts. If you're, for instance, for Curvy, you know you're out in first coming into this match. You've had a good game. It comes down to, say, a 1 versus 3, a 2 versus 4 even. Maybe you just choose to deny those points and take that gamble that you've got enough of a gap. Entropiq, though, 6 kills so far out of this compound, playing no lean to the fullest and able to put some damage out because of it. Cappy closes up the gap. The nade is in hand. It's going to be his final frag. Is it going to be able to land? It looks close. It converts to a knock. Double's going to be out of it. This has to be the opening for Polish Power to start making a push. Krunio is moving in as well. Going to back up his teammate as flashbangs come over the top. Dedrix taken and caught with it. Throws down a smoke, but Nailop hears this. He's moving up behind. Sees Marbo. Gets himself the knock. Now it's only Dedrix left standing here for the Curvy. Currently on first place team. If they go down, it could be the time for another squad to overtake, and it looks like it. Cappy cleans it up. Entropiq now looking to clutch things out. The spray lands towards Cappy. So does the nade as he returns the fire. Frags coming through. Left, right, and center. Krunio caught as well. Cappy goes down. It's a 1 versus 4. Entropiq has sat in second place, and they've just clutched out the game. 19 points. That might just have been enough to take it for Entropiq.
Kills. Look at that amount of kills. 85 kills.
Wow,
Last
guys.
2 matches. 2 chicken dinners. 127 points. Entropiq are the champions of Samsung Odyssey Masters Season 2. Congratulations.
Good job, you guys. Good
But
job.